Hi everybody! This is my identical mirror twin brother Reid Etter. We're duplicates of each other. And we've never been on camera together before. There's a first time for everything, including our connection as twins, which started like freaking last year. Isn't that weird? Reid and I have been on our own journeys throughout our whole lives. As I said, we're mirror identical twins, which means that if we stood across from each other, we literally would mirror one another. So I'm left-handed, he's right-handed. I'm gay, he's straight. He's definitely got more of an athletic proclivity, and I'm more, I wouldn't say artistic, because that's not true. It's just more, more etheric, you know what I mean? And more airy. And Reid's more grounded. So we're both creative, just in etheric and earth, I guess. We've been going through things in our own ways, like our whole lives. You know, Reid's had such a harrowing journey with his health, which has led him to become a doctor, and he helps other people source traumas in their body. I feel like I'm talking for you.
No, it's your part. Go for it.
Okay. Reid moved to LA like a year ago, and now we've been pretty inseparable. We've spent like pretty much every day together, and we've become those twins.
We live together now, yeah, so it's got its goods and bads, but...
What the hell?
I think Brad touched on that, like earth and ether, so I feel more grounded and centered with the earth, so I could just go walk in a park with my bare feet and just honestly feel alive.
I'll say that's something that's been very interesting, kind of like blending our energies this past year, is like learning how to integrate both sides, you know, because I think we're ready for that now. And we are so different, as Reid said. I'm definitely more of that creative, almost scatterbrain, where I don't think scatterbrain's a bad thing. It's just like juggling many, many balls at once and feeling capable of that, you know, but I love complication and detail, and Reid loves simplicity. That's not a lack of detail. There's more of a gravitas to it, and there's a linearity to it. But I think what's really cool about us is that we prove that the nature versus nurture argument is bullshit. Because we grew up in the same household under the same conditions. Mom color coded us, and that's about the only difference. You know, everything else was identical, and the first thing I ever asked my mom was why am I not a girl, you know? So I felt like a female from a young age, and it was weird to look in the mirror and not see that. And Reid has always felt male, you know, and that's just something that's been innate to us. So it shows that we have a certain mission with our different aspects. I mean, feminine and masculine are just different aspects of truth that we chose to embody in two male forms that mirror each other. We have different ways of seeing the truth and perceiving it and expressing it, but we know the same truth. Like, we think identically. Everything we know is absolutely identical.
It's like Brad and I are the exact same person, but like we manifest completely opposite qualities. That's why a lot of times too we can get really divided if we're not totally feeling ourselves, because we see our faults in each other. You know?
And I think
some things that he might do
that we want too.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing.
That we don't feel.
That's what mirroring does. It's like you look at someone and they mirror the problems you have in yourself. That's a wake-up call to heal something in you that's not functioning correctly.
Which is pretty pertinent that we're mirror twins, because both of us are mirrors, and this is something we've known for a long time since we were young, that when we're around different people, we feel differently. We are sort of like energetic chameleons in that way, to where we mirror what other people are thinking and feeling, to the point where it almost compromises, in a way, our personality. But coming to terms with the fact that our persona and our personality is the ever fluctuating kind of rhythm that comes with being a mirror. You feel different things all the time, and that comes as part of an identity instead of replacing an identity.
It's just like the genetic code. So if you look at a DNA helix, it kind of winds around each other infinitely. It winds and winds and winds. There's a left-handed turn and there's a right-handed turn. So one goes right-handed its entire cycle. The other one goes left-handed. So Brad, lefty, righty.
Oh, they're like two infinity spirals.
When they combine, you access the deepest consciousness that exists, which actually exists in the DNA. So the DNA is the access code into higher dimensions.
Wow, that like blew my mind. You're right. They're
it's
two
genetics.
They're two infinity spirals. Well, so we are. It's like left and right. He looks like ladder or whatever, rungs of the ladder or whatever. But they're both infinity spirals. So they're together.
And if we look at it from an evolutionary standpoint, we know through science that most of our genes at this point are junk DNA, which means most of it's not being used. So from an evolutionary standpoint, why would the body evolutionarily, survival of the fittest, hold on to genes it's not using? That doesn't make any sense.
Just
they're waiting to be accessed.
Freaking activated,
so
but it's
waiting to be accessed.
Again, it's all part of that plot to keep people buried, so they just think that the body is dumb, it has excess things it doesn't need, it makes mistakes. But this is part of what Reid's, is trying to proclaim really with his practice, is that like the body doesn't make mistakes, and it is your vessel of experience. It knows exactly what it's doing. You just have to stop treating it like shit.
If you want to feel like Cloud9 all the time, it's accessing the genetics. The way to get your genetics unlocked, detox.
Starting last year, Reid and I started to detox, and only through doing it together did we actually start to feel like our DNA start to activate. And that's what's happening now. Being in each other's presence has allowed our soul mission to really activate and turn into something else. And there's a new chapter awaiting that. Everyone has a mirror component. Everyone has someone in the world. It doesn't have to be just their biological twin. It's someone who is a counterpart to them that mirrors their path and will help them to awaken their DNA when they're ready to detoxify.
It's like your amoeba. Whoa, with anyone else inside of me. And now it's 'cause it's promised that we'll make it.